Shakur dissed Teofimo Sr. He said, y'all need to stop interviewing that drunk ass man. He drunk as fuck in every interview, and y'all keep putting camera in his face, laughing emojis. I think he was just playing around. Then he also tweeted, he said, if Loma is at 130, fuck a belt. Next fight, we could do that next. I'm with it. And if y'all really feel that the weight was the issue and the fans calling for this fight, let's do it. He shook on it and he tagged Top Rank. You know they don't want none of that Shakur. That Ali potential. The ceiling for Shakur talent is the sky. That's how I truly feel. And then when Shakur was asked, explain who you're referring to, he said Lopez Sr. What was your take on what Shakur had to say?
I think Shakur probably read him a little wrong. You know how older cats be, man. It might seem that way, but I don't think he was drunk. I think Tia Sr. might be, he might have a smart mouth. He might be a little freezer, but at the end of the day, Tia Sr. looks like a professional. He's about boxing. He's all about boxing, and he's about his son's legacy. As far as talking legacy.
Let me tell you why he said it, though, but hold that thought, though. Let me tell you why he said it. I think, it's my opinion. It's not a fact. That's just my opinion. I think he said it because Teo Sr. says something about Lomachenko. If he moved down to 130, he will beat all of them guys. And obviously, Shakur fight at 130. And Shakur looking like, Teo is okay, but you're talking about two different type of talent. Shakur got that talent where, like, he the next great. He the next Floyd. He got that type of talent. So Shakur looking like, man, yeah, you beat Lomachenko, but I bet you I smoked Lomachenko more than you did. That's how he feels. So I think he got offended at what Teo Sr. said about Lomachenko. If he moved down to 130, he could beat all them guys at 130. You know what I mean? Including Javante and Shakur. Shakur completely disagreed because he feel that Lomachenko, he lacks heart. He got heart problem, not skill problem, not size problem, heart problem, which I completely agree. I already made a video on that, which I'm going to leave in the comment section below.
And I couldn't agree more with that, my brother. This is why the DCats can't stand AKHi TV. They can't stand that we the new generation, we the new wave. This is the new wave of boxing and the new wave TV. Point blank, period. Teofimo Sr., he's about him and his son's talking legacy. He's not about his physical and money legacy, not at all. Bro, the minute he won the fight against Lomachenko, he had all the opportunity to sign a contract with Devin Haney, set for 2021 in a unification bout for undisputed. You know what I mean? And he's talking about, oh, we're going to do this in mid-2021, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We got big moves. Tio, you don't have no big moves.
Well, let's put the timeline in order, right? Obviously, Teofimo beat Lomachenko. And then on the press conference, the post-press conference, he said, I'll fight Devin Haney next. I'll fight the email champion. If he wanted, he could get it. If he wanted, he could get it. If he wanted to end his career, I'll end his career. That's what he said, right? Then a week later, he said Devin ain't fought nobody. Then a week after that, he said Devin need to prove himself. He got to prove himself for half a decade before getting a fight with me. And then just last week, the man went from saying I'll fight Devin for $5 million to Teo Sr. asking for $10 million to fight an email champion that's a nobody. He's asking for 10 times the amount of money he made against Lomachenko. I mean, that sounds like the Keith Thurman 2.0, but Teo Sr. always kept the same energy. Respectfully, Teo Sr. always kept the same energy when it came to Devin. He took the right approach. He realized Devin is a dangerous opponent. He was like, you know what? I mean, I saw what he could do against my son in sparring. And he said, that's my son's dream fight. That's going to be his biggest money fight. He recognized Devin as one of his ultimate rivals. But Teo, on the other hand, he took the trash talk route. But when you do that, when you trash talk, you're willing to talk the talk, but not walk the walk. That's when a lot of fans will end up losing respect because they're going to hold you to it. See, like I said, Canelo is ducking everybody in the game from Charlo to Andre to Benavidez, but he don't talk. His fans make up excuses for him that he ain't even making, but Canelo is not talking. On the other hand, Teo is talking, and the worst weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. And the more Teo talks, the more he end up making himself look bad. Hold on, let me read the super chat real quick. Appreciate the super chat, my brother. Teddy said, Canelo dropping down to 160. What do you think about Canelo versus Errol Spence? I'm going to talk about that if I get a chance to. I already made a video on that and stuff like that, so check it out. I said everything I wanted to say. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. Let me read this other super chat. Josh Jackson, AKHi. David Benavidez is #1 mandatory for Canelo. So how does #2 get that fight February? Makes no sense. Right. I'm going to tell you how. Because Canelo is the WBC president, bro. That's why. Canelo, he pretty much the WBC president. He ordered the WBC to
with a little bit of French fries on the side.
Yeah, make Avini as the mandatory. He ordered the WBC to order witness protection for him. He got the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. The fact that he Hispanic, but he looks Irish, that give him that pass, the ultimate protection, that Tyson Fury protection. They erased their history. You know, when it came to cheating, when it came to Glovegate, they did the same thing for Canelo when he fell for that computer roll. When it came to Lomachenko, they erased his losses, just hype him up. But every time they pumped up Roman Gonzalez, they pumped up Kovalev, they pumped up Gennady Golovkin. Look at them today. They not even on the pound-for-pound list. But the fighters, new media always pointed out, like the Terrence Crawford of the world, like the Errol Spence of the world, they still here today. When I tell you Shakur and Devin, David Morrell, when I tell you these guys are going to be here 10 years from now, you best believe they will be. Like I said before, I think what happened with Teo is talking trash went wrong. And I think when it comes to Shakur and Teo could happen down the line as well. I think that's a fight maybe 5, at least 10 years from now. I don't see that fight happening anytime soon because Shakur, he don't got the same frame as Devin and Teo. I think Teo, Ryan, they all going to grow out of the 140 to 147 and then maybe 154. So Shakur going to have to catch up a decade from now. On the other hand, the same thing with Gervonta and Shakur. I think they all going to be dancing partners. Also, Lil B-Hop. And then there's also Ford. There's a lot of people not paying attention to him. Ford is also a hot fighter coming up. So you got Lil B-Hop, Ford, Shakur, Gervonta. All these guys are beasts. And I'm telling you, the lightweight division, the 130-pound division, the landscape going to change real quick in them division. Yeah, Jaron Ennis is at 147. Definitely making noise. Virgil Ortiz. Also, I like Jaron Ennis. I think Jaron Ennis, I see more dimensions to his game. You also got David Morrell.
What is the mega fight in the sport? Teofimo Lopez versus who in a couple of years or next year?
I don't even know. Devin Haney. I would say Devin Haney.
Who would you like to fight at? Obviously some attractive options there at lightweight. Who would you like to fight the most?
I don't mind being the 2-time email world champion. You know what I mean? That'll be fine. You know, I know a lot of people are already saying that this is not for Undisputed because of that. Whatever with Mauricio Suleiman and whatever he did, but I just got a belt that said franchise world champion. So from the WBC, and you got a guy like Devin Haney fighting Gamboa, a washed out Gamboa, just for a record that he wants to keep it safe and pretty. I can fight those guys. I don't mind it.
Do you think Haney would fight you next, assuming he beats Gamboa?
I don't care. I don't think any of these guys will step up to the plate. And if they do, they better be ready. Because I don't fear no man. I told you guys this. I don't care. I'm in there to fight. And if you're not there to fight with me, you're going to lose.
Thank you.
Like Loma. Like, if I take that fight, it's just for bragging rights, just to shut him up and destroy his career. That's really what it is. I don't care. That's the type of person I am. I ain't here to I'm not here to see another fighter build up his career. If he wants to take that step and fight, I'm more than happy to just take him out that route of what everybody's talking about, saying the next Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. Yeah, get out of here with that bullshit.
Teofimo Lopez is the one with the rest of the belts. So that's the main fight that I want to make happen.
But when it comes to Devin, I got to think about it. These guys, Devin has not a long way. He got like maybe 3 to 5 years to get to that point to where we can make that fight happen.
Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I took up the world. I took up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.